ॐ अजाय नमः। ॐ अव्ययाय नमः। ॐ अविनाशिने नमः। ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः। ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः। ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः। ॐ अनिकेताय नमः। ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः। ॐ अन्तर्यामिने नमः। ॐ आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः। ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः। ॐ एकस्मै नमः। ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः। ॐ करुणासागराय नमः। ॐ कर्मपरायणाय नमः। ॐ कालातीताय नमः। ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ कृतात्मने नमः। ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः। ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ गुणातीताय नमः। ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः। ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः। ॐ छिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ जगदात्मने नमः। ॐ जगत्साक्षिणे नमः। ॐ जनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ जितेन्द्रियाय नमः। ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः। ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः। ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ तपोवनशिष्याय नमः। ॐ तपस्विने नमः। ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः। ॐ तेजस्विने नमः। ॐ देहातीताय नमः। ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः। ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः। ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः। ॐ धीमते नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ नारायणाय नमः। ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः। ॐ निःस्पृहाय नमः। ॐ निरुपमाय नमः। ॐ ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः। ॐ नित्याय नमः। ॐ निरञ्जनाय नमः। ॐ परमाय नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पावनाय नमः। ॐ पावकाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः। ॐ फलासक्तिरहिताय नमः। ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः। ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मपराय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः। ॐ भूम्ने नमः। ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः। ॐ महर्षये नमः ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः ॐ मनोहराय नमः ॐ महात्मने नमः ॐ मेधाविने नमः ॐ यतात्मने नमः ॐ यज्ञकृते नमः ॐ लोकप्रसिद्धाय नमः ॐ वाग्मिने नमः ॐ विभवे नमः ॐ विनोदप्रियाय नमः ॐ विनयशीलाय नमः ॐ वीतरागाय नमः ॐ वेदान्तवेद्याय नमः ॐ शान्ताय नमः ॐ शान्तिप्रदाय नमः ॐ शास्त्रोद्धारकाय नमः ॐ शुद्धसत्त्वाय नमः ॐ श्रुतिपारगाय नमः ॐ श्रोत्रियाय नमः ॐ सन्न्यासिने नमः ॐ समबुद्धये नमः ॐ सच्चिदानन्दाय नमः ॐ सर्वहितचिन्तकाय नमः ॐ सत्यसङ्कल्पाय नमः ॐ सन्तुष्टाय नमः साधवे नमः ॐ सुमनसे नमः ॐ सुहृदे नमः ॐ स्वयं ज्योतिषे नमः ॐ स्थितप्रज्ञाय नमः ॐ क्षमाशीलाय नमः ॐ ज्ञानमूर्तये नमः ॐ ज्ञानयोगिने नमः ॐ ज्ञानतृप्ताय नमः ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Do you have any light? Because this is dark on my face. Already I'm dark, so this is further dark. No, that is better.
This is better. Yeah, this is better.
Back, don't open that.
Yeah, that won't be.
That will be come close.
Yeah.
That's all? Look close.
I can tell.
is okay.
First of all, thanks to the hosts for getting it ready for us for this program. This is ninth in the 108 satsangs that are planned, and we decided to do that in connection to the 25th Mahasamadhi of Pujya Gurudev. He left his body, mortal coil, in the year 1993. And that is why it is called Mahasamadhi. Samadhi, the very word, means absorption. Adhanam is to place. Samadhana word you might have come across. Adhana is to place. Dha is to keep. Samyak adhanam. Keeping it well. And the state of, that is a verb, and the state of complete abidance is called samadhi. And a great personality like Gurudev, who has lived in such an amount of higher consciousness, ever absorbed in the nature of highest reality, for whom the world is only a play that goes on. And such a personality had come down to enlighten us, to teach us, to give us the right direction. We have to be extremely grateful to that. For such great people have no need or purpose to come. Yet, if they have come to teach us, it shows their absolute compassion. In Vivek Chudamani, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, the Guru has ahetuka daya sindhu. Ahetuka, causeless. Hetu means cause. Ahetuka, causeless. Daya sindhu, ocean of compassion. And because of his compassion alone, he came down to teach us not only a few people, but thousands and thousands of them. And even today, a lot of people are getting benefit out of his actions. Few days I was there in Minneapolis, and I was addressing the audience there, and I asked how many of you have seen Gurudev. Out of say around 100 or 200 people, the 10 of them raised the hand. Those 10 of them who have raised a hand have greater responsibility. And here also, most of you have seen, some of you have not. So it is the responsibility of those who have seen, heard, or interacted with him, have the responsibility to pass on that inspiration to others. So the 108 names that are to praise, extol such a great master shows his characteristic, qualities of the person. It is always said that siddhasya lakshanani sadhakasya sadhanani. The qualities of a great personality becomes a practice for others. That being so, the names that are given, 108 names, are to show how that personality or a person lived up to that consciousness. And when we chant, sometimes we chant mechanically, most of the time. Even when we chant 1,000 names of Bhagavan Vishnu, it goes like 1,000 mile speed. Without recognizing, every word has got so much of depth. Shankaracharya has written only on the word Vishwam, pages after pages. Because the very word means that which has entered into the universe. Vishwa means entry. The one who has entered and become all pervaded. Leave it. Let it go on. We'll leave it. So Vish in Sanskrit means to enter. That's why you have Visha. In English, Visha means to enter. Vishwa, the one who has entered. Sat srishtva tadevanupravishad tadanupravishya satchatyacha bhavati niruktam cha nilayanam cha vijnanam cha satyam cha nridam cha satyam abhavat. Upanishad says that having created this universe, Lord infused life into it. He became everything. Sat and Asat. Nirukta, Anirukta. Satyam, Asatyam. So the Lord himself has become the variety we see. That's why his first name is Vishwam. Shankaracharya goes on to say how very logically, very analytically he analyzes the names. Similarly, when we have 108 names of Gurudev, each one of the name has got a purpose. That's why the explanation on that is necessary. And the contemplation upon those names will uplift our awareness. Ajaya Namaha, unborn. Avyayaya Namaha, unchanging. Avinashine Namaha, indestructible. Achintyaya Namaha, unthinkable. Aprameyaya Namaha, unlimited. Advitiyaya Namaha, one without a second. Aniketaya Namaha, one who has no abode. Anushasana Priyaya Namaha, one who loves discipline. That was the last satsang I had. Discipline. Now today is Antah-saakshine Namah. That's why your topic here today is Antah-saakshine Namah. The inner witness. Now, who is a witness? Anybody lawyer here? Or liar here? Who is a witness? Sa-akshi. Akshin. The word is akshin. Akshin means all of us are akshin only. Akshin means one who has eyes. All of us are having eyes, therefore we are all akshin. Akshi means Meenakshi, you know. And one whose eyes are like the fish. Meenakshi. Kamakshi. Virupakshi. So now you see the word Sa-akshi means along with the eyes, meaning one who is witness. Eyes see, but not all that we see becomes a witness. So when the court of law, when somebody had done some crime, and you need to prove with a sakshi. What is the proof that he did it? Or she did it? So anybody saw that happening? And it is to be seen by you yourself, not somebody has told you. Akshina saha, with one's own eyes, he has seen, then it's called sakshi. Now we do many things in everyday life, and how many of us really become aware of what we have been doing while doing? Many times our actions are so spontaneous, habitual, without attention. Attention does not mean you must be at tension all the time. Attention here means being alert about what you say, how you say, whom do you say to, why you say. And Gurudev always said, all our sadhana needs to be only one thing. What? Alert, vigilant and active. Some people alert and vigilant but don't do anything. Actively do things but alertfully, vigilantly do it. So when we take the example of doing a puja, why it is said that you have to do only with the right hand? Only 3 times you have to do achamanam. It is to keep our mind in what we are doing. it is said that when you are doing a ritual, in traditional ritual, there are many Ritviks who are sitting there to perform, but there is one person who would not do anything. He is called Brahma. He is to be appointed as a person who will not do any of the rituals, but he should be the one who is watching over what others are doing. And this is necessary. Why? Because, one, that person must be well versed in what is going on. And anybody makes a mistake, he'll immediately point out. And it is by custom that when the rituals are going on, one who is appointed as a Brahma should be listened to by all others. No argument. And because he is watching, others are more careful. They cannot go anywhere deviated from. Even a chanting also, he will just watch. He will not be chanting loudly than others. He will be watching all others chanting. The rituals that are going on, whether they do incorrectly, whether the right ingredients are being kept. So Shankaracharya writes very clearly, a Sakshi in the context of Vedanta is not an external one. When a student is studying under the tutelage of a teacher, the Guru constantly watches. So that the boy is aware of what he is doing, and if he makes a mistake, Guru can interfere and say, hey, that is not the right thing to do. Like when you have a driving, first to try, training school, is not the fellow who is next to you, watching you doing. First time he will show you, afterwards he will watch you doing it. And if you are making a mistake, immediately say, no, that's not the right thing to do. In the same way, the Guru is one who is constantly observing the student while he is in tutelage to make sure that he doesn't make mistake. Because the Guru cannot be there all the time. He has to make sure that student knows error-free knowledge, and thereby he will be confident enough to say, now you are ready to do it. In our Anushasana portion also, Shishya Anushasanam, whenever you have a doubt, Karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat etatra brahmana sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasyuhu yatate teshu varteran tata teshu vartetaha esha adesha. Whenever you have a doubt about what to do, how to conduct yourself, then go to the Brahmanas who are desireless. Etatra Brahmana sammarshinaha yuktaha, integrated. Aluksha dharma kamasyuhu. If they are they are selfish people, then don't follow them. Even the teacher says, you have observed while being in the ashram how we did, follow that. And if you have found something which I have not done rightly, don't follow it. Which means that as long as the student is in the under the tutelage of the Guru, he is guided. But thereafter, who's the guide? Our Gurudev always said, I am not a donkey for you to carry. I don't want to carry you. You have to do it yourself. So then the Guru has become confident that this student is capable of handling his own emotions and his own conduct by himself. Then only he will release him. It's like that of that caterpillar, which is being surrounded by a shell. I've told you this before also. The mother butterfly would not allow that fellow to come out. He will stand outside, and whenever this young one wants to get out, sting him. So again he wants to come out, sting him. Why? Don't come out. Don't come out. And that fellow, little fellow, is so frustrated. He says that my mother doesn't allow me to come out. And so with such an amount of intensity of freedom, it will develop wings. And it will develop wings in such a way that it will break the shell and open up its beautiful, colorful. You see in the butterfly how colorful they will. It's because of the intensity of freedom that it is seeking. Once it has become free, and the mother is smiling away, now you go. Now you can fly on your own. If you have come out before, out of sympathy, poor thing, why is he caught up? And let me open it. That's it. End of life. It is like the mother mosquito asked the younger one, first time when it went on its own. Mother mosquito asked, how was your first day ride? Very good. Many people clapped their hands. It is said that one person was learning how to fly helicopter, So he was under the tutelage of someone, the trainer, and after that the trainer said, now you can go on your own. After some time he went and then the whole thing collapsed and the whole helicopter fell down. So rescue team went there and then this trainer also went there and said, what happened? Said, I went all the way up and it was so cold I switched off the fan. So the first lesson that a helicopter or a parachute trainer will tell you, don't jump to conclusions. So the one who is thus getting ready to be free must develop Antah-saakshine. The witness from within. That's the name. Antah-saakshine Namah. The inner witness. The inner witness is more or less absent in all of us. What we know as conscience, you might have heard, inner voice. Most of the time we say to the inner voice, shut up, you don't know anything, I know better. Now, many people ask this question, is not the inner voice or conscience you call it as, is a product of knowledge. It's a product of observation. Knowledge is intellectual. Unless the knowledge becomes a practice, observer is absent. If the math teacher is putting the problems on the board and she herself solves every time, do you think that you will ever learn anything? She will put the problem on the board and then, now you do it. You have to observe your own mistakes. Step number 1, step number 2, the third one doesn't come. Well, somewhere I made a mistake. While I watched my teacher, it was very easy. But when I do it, I don't know where I'm going wrong. Is it not happening to you when you cook also? Especially when Swami is coming. Swamiji, I want to do a dish, I am very nervous. I said, I am nervous. Not you. Why are you nervous? I am the one who is going to be victim. So any field for that matter, unless you do and make mistakes and observe your own mistakes, the next time you don't do it. So this inner witness called Antah-saakshine. In other words, there should be a constant observer within us, observing how we behave. And at the present level of our own growth, it is mind versus intellect. Okay, let us put it in other words. Shankaracharya writes in his commentary in one place, he says, body is the external most personality of yours. Most external personality which others see. Others also watch what you're doing. That is the body's action. But the intention of that action, others don't know. Like your air hostess smiles at you. Welcome. So whether she's really welcoming you or not, she only knows. Yeah, you may think that she is so happy that I came to your flight. But that is not the case. Whether she is really happy and welcoming me or not, how do we know? You know, nowadays they don't allot the seats in front. You know that. Yeah. I know whether you have experienced it. Today I was coming from Minneapolis. Because 3 days back when I went there, only at the gate you will be given nowadays the seats, not before that. That's a new rule. I went there Wednesday, and I went to the gate and then asked, what about you? Allowed the seat? Yeah, of course. We'll call your name. You know. So I said, okay. Because they usually call my name in a peculiar way, so I was waiting. I remember when I was a brahmachari, you know, Swami Ishwaranandaji Chaitanya, the way they called me was the most ridiculous. Mr. Shaitan. So I don't want to take any chance on it. I stood there only. So first name was called, my name was called. Ishwara. I said, I am here. So they gave me a seat which is in the right and the front, next to that economy plus or whatever. I was so happy. So today I thought, okay, I think that will happen. So I stood there. Last time they said they will call the name, so this time I thought they will, anyway, let me check up. So I went to the gate. Would you allot the seats now? Yeah, of course, give. They gave the ticket and seat number 29. I don't know the size of the flight, so I don't know where 29 would come. Okay. Lastest seat. Possible. I was the witness to the whole flight. Can't even recline. Why did they not come now? In what context? I don't know.
Sakshi.
The Sakshi is fine.
No, only the person knows the external.
Oh, okay. That's right. You are right. You got it. So she was very smiling. Yes, of course. She gave me the last seat. So when she smiles, you do not know whether she is really genuinely welcoming us as a prarabdha company. So we don't know the intention. So who knows the intention? See, body action everybody sees. But the intention of behind that action cannot be seen by anybody else. So who is the sakshi for the intention? Your mind. Action externally done by the body, the mind is the one who is really knowing why I am doing. Right? Similarly, the mind and its emotions, the sakshi for it is the knowledge. Intention is known by the intelligence. And if I do not constantly watch my intentions, I may never improve. It is my knowledge which should constantly check whether my intentions are right. Externally, people may praise for what I do, but is it correctly I am, with the correct intention I am doing it? Even many times when people do the donation, etc., when they go to a temple and then they offer some donation, etc., and there are pictures taken, etc., but the intention is, I hope my name comes prominently there. So the intention of offering to the Lord is not there. Whether my name will come there or not, if that is the case, then your intentions are wrong. And who knows that? Intelligence, knowledge. Right? So body is the external thing which anybody can see, but the Antah-saakshine for the deha karma is manaha. Manasaha, for the mind, it is buddhi. Buddhi also, whether it has right knowledge or not, how do we know? For example, a person, a child, a boy or a girl, growing in a very remote village in Africa, the behavior of that child cannot be judged in terms of a civilized society. Can you? Can you judge that way? Because the child doesn't even know, has never observed a civilization, a civil behavior. A child who thus lives in the condition of such a rural livelihood or rural atmosphere would not behave the way a person in the city would behave. So can you then consider that that person is wrong? Cannot. Because it doesn't have an exposure to it. But in spite of the knowledge that is given, and in spite of that we behave wrong, who is the judge for that? This is to be learned from Mahatmas. However intelligent you are, however intellectual you are, however knowledgeable you are, but you need to be a sakshi to even to that intelligence. Whether it has a noble goal. Many times people ask this question, Swamiji, we are so busy with our professional goals and we don't have time for any of the spiritual practices. So what do we do? I said, see, peace, you know what peace is, right? Whether your goal is towards peace or against peace. Just check that much. Guruji calls it as charama lakshyam. Pradama lakshyam or immediate goals should be in congruence with charama lakshyam. And what is the charama lakshya? Peace. That only you must get it from observing a Mahatma. Without that we will never know. We talk about peace, peace, peace. What does it mean? Is it just being quiet? So when everything is going well, we say, peaceful. You have to find the peace when everything is not going well. That is the goal. Freedom is not when nobody is there. Freedom is when everybody is there. That time are you free or not? So the Antah-saakshine is, the nature of Antah-saakshine is of the nature of freedom, bliss, unconditional compassion. That's why in the Upanishad very clearly it is said, in Mundaka Upanishad, we have done a program also on that. Dva suparna sayuja sakaya samanam briksham parishasvajate tayoranya pippalam sadhu atti anashnan anyo apichakashihi. There are two birds sitting in the same tree. Remember some time back we had this. Two birds are sitting in the same tree. Dva suparna sayuja sakaya. Two are friends. Samanam briksham. In the same tree or same branch of a tree. Parishasvajati. They are both are sitting. Two of them. Let us say. From the same house. Same family. Same mother. Same father. One is enjoying all the fruits of the tree. Another one doesn't. While the one who is enjoying the fruit, some of them are tasty, sweet. And when it is sweet, tasty fruit, it looks at the other, you're missing it. It's so tasty, so juicy. The other one just watches. Next one. Oh, so bitter. Another one just watches. Anashnan anyaha, which is not eating. This is to show, which is to substantiate what is said in Gita. Purushaha prakritisto hi bhunkte prakritijan gunan karanam guna sangosya sadasatyoni janmasu. There are two things in our personality. One is called Purusha, the witness, the consciousness, the self, the Paramatma. And the other one is the Prakriti, the matter, the changing thing, and that which is giving us the experience. These two are in the same place. Just like the two birds in the same tree. Whenever we come to experience the world of pleasure and pain, it is the Jiva or the Purusha who has assumed the role of an individual experiencer, experiencing pleasure, pain, joy, sorrow, etc. A part of us, which is called Purusha, is still there observing it, not participating. Just as I told you, in the ritual, there is one person called Brahma, who doesn't participate, watches. Most of the time in us, that one is absent. One who is a mere witness and not participating in what is going on, is witness, is not there. We become wholly consumed by the pleasure and pain, joys and sorrows and success and failures. Therefore, one who consciously develops this inner witness is Antah-saakshine. And that is not anybody else will do for you. Sadhana for us from this is that we must become self-observant, non-judgmental, unbiased. Many times we always justify what we do. Everybody is doing, therefore I do it. Nobody is telling it is wrong, therefore I do it. I never thought that it was wrong, therefore it is right. Is that right? Really? That's why Ramana Maharshi was asked this question. What is the sadhana which everybody should take? He said, look at yourself when nobody is watching you. Will you do the right thing? If there is some dirt in Rameshwaram and you come and then there's some paper is lying, nobody is watching, let me. But you do not know. There is a camera that is watching you. And the doctor here is watching from his home. That's what you're doing. Very often we are justifying our own mistakes, or when we do not do things and nobody watches, who cares? Red light. Nobody is there. Go. That's why they put the camera there. That is a sakshi. You crossed the line when it is red. So this Antah-sakshi is a sincere self-effort. We need to develop this. And that's why our Gurudev would say, even if nobody is watching you or telling you, you should do the right thing. There should not be any excuse from that. No excuse for your own mistakes. Antah-sakshi. So it is said that when this bird, the second bird which is experiencing all these, the first one is constantly watching. And usually what happens is when the bitter experiences are more than the pleasant experiences, it looks up to this. Now tell me, what should I do? That one says, smilingly, you learn from your mistakes? Yes. Then stop doing what you're doing. But if the experiences are most of the time pleasant than bitter, then we will never even look at. Why should I? Because I am enjoying. That's why Bhagavan Krishna says in 13th chapter, Upadrashtanumantacha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaraha Paramatma Iticha Api Yuktaha Loke Dvehesmin Purushaparaha. These are all adjectives to the Lord. Upadrashta. Upadrashta means, Upa means Samipa. Drashta means Sakshi. In all of us, the Bhagavan is Upadrashta. Upadrashta means, Drashta means one who is closely watching you. Scary. But I'll tell you, when you go to a temple, you may be aware of Bhagavan there, you revere, respect. You obviously don't do anything wrong, at least don't say anything wrong or do anything wrong, because it's Bhagavan's abode, right? But if the Bhagavan is sitting there in the heart, bring him inside, then every word you utter is heard by him first. Every action you do, watched by him first. Every thought that is passing through your mind, he is watching that, even before it crosses your mind. How careful it should become then. That is the sadhana. Bhagavan Krishna says there, Bhagavan is upadrashta. And interesting thing is, though he is a very close observer of whatever is going on in you, whether it is a thought or an emotion, an action, an intention, what does he do? Anumanta. Not Hanumanta. Anumanya. Anumanana means allowing, admitting, permitting. He admits, he permits, he allows. That is the freedom Bhagavan gives. He doesn't punish, he doesn't stop, he doesn't interfere. So, do. Anumanta. So one would ask this question, if Bhagavan is watching this, if the Lord is watching closely what I am doing, what I am saying, what I am thinking, and I am doing something wrong, you should stop it, right? You won't. You know why? Because the best teacher in our life is experience. If today the Lord interferes and says, don't, we will have the audacity to say, who are you to tell me? Don't the children say to you? To the parents?
Yeah.
Don't do. Why should I not? Then what do you say? Go. Do it. You will know. After you experience, you will know it. Bhagavan is so neutral. Chalo. Karo. Do you think Duryodhana and all these people, you would have stopped them? Why should he not stop? Did he stop? He only advised. Even to Arjuna, he only advised, isn't it? He never stopped him or pushed him to do things. I have told you what I need to tell you. Now it is up to you. Yatha ichchasi tatha kuru. I have advised you. If you don't listen, you will experience it. So, and also, karma cannot go unless experienced, especially prarabdha. Now the question is whether the prarabdha has to be experienced sufferingly or enjoyingly. That's your choice. This body has been given to us, and until it is death, we have to live with it. You cannot escape that. And so, Bhagavan will allow this. Now your choice is whether to experience whatever is going to happen in your body, awarefully, acceptingly, and without any complaint, or grudgingly, unhappily. That is up to you. Anumanta. Next word is very important. Bharta. Not Banganka. Bharati means he sustains, he supports. Because anything that is going on in our body, whether it's seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, touching, walking, talking, it's all because of the sustaining principle. In Kathopanishad, beautifully it said, Yena rupam rasam gandham shabdan sparshams cha maitunan etenaiva vijanati kimatra parishishyate. Whether you are seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, touching, it is his presence alone which makes you see, hear, taste, smell, touch. Which means every experience is sustained by consciousness. Without whose presence you will not be able to do it. We all breathe. We take it for granted air is there. Where is the supply? Are we not taking it for granted? So, Bharta means one who sustains. Even when you sleep, you are breathing. Are you consciously or unconsciously? Is it not that that is going on in your body? Who's sustaining it there? So the Bharta, the one who sustains this. Then another word is Bhokta, who's experiencing it as like you. Me, the individual consciousness called Jiva, is none other than the Paramatma. Yet, I, the individual consciousness who is subject to experiencing, cannot be without the consciousness. And this consciousness limited is the experiencer, Bhokta. Maheshwara, the Lord. Paramatma iti cha api is also known as Supreme Self. Api yuktaha dehesmin, in this very body, Purushapara. So Krishna brings the whole concept into you, saying that you, in you, the one who is constant witness, is the Paramatma. And the one who is become aware of that and kindling his presence constantly is Antah-saakshine. So when we chant Antah-saakshine Namah, what we mean is, you, the one who is the closest to witness to all my thoughts, actions and behavior, intentions. And may I also develop this inner awareness, a constant witnesshood. And that alone can be the guiding principle for my sadhana. It is not that how many names you chant, how many puja you did, how many books you read. Who cares? Who is watching this? You want somebody external to give a certificate? Then it's not a sadhana. The Vedana only it is. If nobody bothers about it, why should I do puja every day? Nobody watches. For whose sake you are doing? Bhagavan ke liye? Bhagavan ke liye mat karo. Aap ke liye karo. Do it for yourself. So I chanted 108 names. Done for the day. It is such a ridiculously stupid to think that my sadhana has to be approved by others. Why should anybody approve your sadhana? For whose sake you are doing it? When you are eating, do you take others' permission? This much I ate. Are you happy? Of course, when people give eating, that's a different thing. But my eating is for my sake. I don't need approval from anybody or anybody's certificate. In the same way, the sadhana has to be in such a way that it needs nobody's approval. So this invoking the inner awareness or inner witnesshood is the most important part of sadhana. That's why our Gurudev would say, when you read a book or listen to a lecture, you might have heard 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever. But what is retained by you is only a handful of things. You will not remember everything. I don't expect you to remember also. Many times when people go and listen to Gurudev and then when somebody asks, how was the talk? He said 4 jokes today. For that you went there. His English is very good. Gurudev used to say, for people come for various reasons, Some people only come to see how many times I put the snuff into my head, to my nose. 1, 2, 3. One person came, daringly asked him, why do you put snuff? Gurudev said, you have come up to my nose, go above that. For what reason you are coming to see me? Only to do these things. But the main purpose is forgotten. So therefore, you see, when any sadhana is taken up, study for example, the purpose is to retain what you have studied. That's why when we are chanting Sahana Vavadu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahe Tejasvi Adhidamastu. Adhida means what is learned, Tejasvi Astu. Let what I have learned be brilliant in my head. Shrutam me Gopaya. You are invoking the Lord to ask Him for the blessing to make sure what I have heard is protected. Shrutam, whatever is heard, Gopaya. Please protect. Because unless I retain what my knowledge is, it will never be into action. What I have heard cannot become an action right away. What I have retained, sustained. Like when we eat food also, what becomes energy is what is digested, right? Not what is thrown away. Whatever I eat, a certain portion alone becomes part of my energy. And that alone can really make me active. And what is thrown away from my system, it cannot serve any purpose. Some people have this, goes and it immediately comes out, comes out, and then that people will be weak only. How much ever they eat. In the same way, when knowledge is given by the Guru or by the book or satsanga, what is retained? That is most important. And a part of me should watch whether that is being put into practice. That development of that part of my personality, slowly thereafter, in the next stage, a witness of the first order more than active action. That's why Bhagavan Krishna says, Karmani akarmaya pashed, akarmani cha karmayaha, sabuddhiman manusyeshu sayukta sasukhi naraha. While in the action, there is an inaction is there with you. While your body, mind, etc. are engaging in action, there is one which is inactive. Inactive, not absent, inactive. And while you are inactive, he is witness to the action. While you are sitting in meditation, doing nothing, there is somebody who is observing even that. That is also an active presence there. So that is why in second chapter also Krishna makes it clear. Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. When it is night for everybody, Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. The one who is the witness is aware, is awake. Meaning when everybody is sleeping, he is awake. He is a night watchman. Yasyam jagrati bhutani sanisha pashyato mune. When everybody is awake, he is sleeping. Meaning, what we are engaged in, when we are actively engaged in body, mind, etc., the Sakshi is only witnessed. When we are all sleeping, he is awake. When we are awake, he is a mute witness. In other words, let me put it simply here. When you are sleeping, who knows that you slept? He must be awake, right? Why? Because you didn't ask somebody whether you slept or not. So, when you are absent, somebody is present to see that you are absent. I hope that is clear. Because you don't ask. The point is that you are never absent. They are never absent. Because if you are absent, who knows your absence? Are you absent now? You may be absent-minded, but are you absent now? You are absent at home, but you are present here. And your counterpart there may be enjoying your absence. So I am never absent, even in sleep. If I am myself absent in sleep, then I will not know that. Isn't it? Suptaha suptim na janadi, na supte swapna jagarao. One who is sleeping does not know he is sleeping. But one who is not sleeping, he never needs to wake up because he is already awake. That is Antah-saakshine. So one who abides in this ever present, ever alert, ever awakened one, he becomes Buddha. Awakened. And people in the West call him Buddha. He's so unhappy about that. You calling me Buddha? Buddha. Buddhu. So that invoking the inner presence which is never absent. That is why it is said, even if the most idiotic person also is absent, is present. The most unintelligent, ignorant, criminal also present. Allowing him to do that. But once he become aware that there is the Lord within. Has it not happened in the case of Ratnakar? Narada has to direct him. Hey, do you know one thing? What? In you there is this presence. Even allowing you all the atrocities you are doing, he is allowing you to do. But be aware that he is always present watching you. Invoke him. Ram, 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 Ram. Then he got awakened to that presence. So, the sadhana that we take up from this very one single name of Gurudev is that it is up to us to constantly invoke the inner awareness. It is present in us, but we have overwhelming preoccupation with our bodily action, mental emotions, and intellectual arrogance. Only when we cross those boundaries and go to the transcendental self and invoke that presence, we become alert, and every word we utter, everything that we do, every action that we undertake becomes full of alertness. And even in the worldly sense, we will become less erroneous. We don't commit mistakes that easily. We become alert, we become perfect in what we do, and wrong things does not emanate out of us because you become self-conscious. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhavat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.